It was not my intention to do a match reaction this late onto the next day last night because I recorded a video, but the mic didn't want to work. The audio didn't want to work, so I have to do it all over again. But anyway, Maresca, PSG, whitewash, Barcelona, whitewash. Seeing these big games, he knows what he's doing. He's locked in. He's clued in. That performance, that weren't no football match. That was a training match. The moment Ferran Torres missed that chance, it was game over. Because from that point on, till the full 90, until the whistle blown in the second half, Chelsea took over, created a handful of chances, terrorising Barcelona's fullbacks, their backline, the midfield, absolutely bodied their midfield, and they got the goals. Kunde own goal, a Aguero-esque finish from Esteval. The sky's the limit for that kid. And Liam Delap, first goal for Chelsea, came in the Champions League, wrapped up a 3-0 dominant win. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and without any further ado, let's get into this one. The lineup. Maresca, not only did he adapt his starting 11 for this game, but he also adapted his 11 to look out for their biggest threats, Barcelona's biggest threats. Because going forward, Barcelona are known for scoring goals. They scored in their last 54 games in all competitions up until Chelsea bucked into them. You get it? And he started Neto up top. And the reason he did that is because he knew Barcelona's high line was food and he wanted to put pace and directness in that front three. And that's exactly what he done. Garnacho, who had a brilliant game, by the way, could have got a couple of assists. He was taking on his fullback, making the right decisions. His decision making was actually on point last night. And you got Esteval, blessed with pace, trickery, end product. And then you got Neto, who's a workaholic, but also can cause size issues with his stamina, his pace, and also his movement. So with that front three, plus Enzo Fernandez having a brilliant game, doing the stuff in the number 10 position, dropping deep to help out Caicedo or to progress the ball going forward, it was a attack that suited the game to a T. And guess what? They performed. They absolutely performed and terrorized Barcelona. Barcelona found it very difficult to progress the ball through the midfield, given that there was no Pedri. But listen, when they attempt to try to progress the ball through the midfield, Caicedo was sweeping up everything. He was everywhere again, like getting at the right place at the right time, reading off the game, intercepting, tackling as well, and bringing the ball going forward. So not only can he can shield the back four, but also help the other players who's willing to attack, get the license to do what they want. He is definitely Chelsea's most important player. Monster class of a performance. Reece James in the double pivot with Gusto at right back. Master shot with Gusto had a brilliant game, timing his slide tackling as well, keeping things simple. As for Reece James, added physicality and quality, technical qualities in the midfield. Barcelona midfield had no joy, and they had the likes of Frankie de Jong in that midfield. They had no joy coming up against Reece James and Moises Caicedo. The first goal happened with great work from Cucurella to get the assist for obviously Kunde to ricochet the ball of Ferran Torres into their own net, 1-0. And then in that first half, Cucurella and Lamine Yamal's first time coming up against Premier League opposition, Cucurella locked him up differently to the point that he shouted at his boy Esteval, go snatch his chain. I have him on the headlock. Go snatch it now. No one's stopping you. Second half, that's exactly what he done. Right in Yamal's very eyes, his chain got snatched by the hands of Esteval. What a finish that was. But back to Cucurella before I get on to Esteval. Again, he's definitely top 3 left backs in the world. Like, it's been cemented now. Cucurella, welcome to the world class club. You're officially a new member of the world class club, because there's not more he can do to prove why he's world class. There's not more he can do. I can't lie. I've seen it now. I have to put him there because going forward, he can contribute going forward. He can get vital goals when needed. He can get assists when needed. And he has qualities, like the qualities that he has on the ball definitely helps Chelsea when they're going forward. But defensively as well, he knows. Obviously, he has the odd occasion where he times his positioning wrong. But most of the time, his positioning is not spot on. And he literally I wouldn't say he limited Lamine Yamal, because Yamal had like a couple of moments. But he handled Yamal very well. He handled him very well in that first half. And in the second half, sheer lockdown. That's exactly what it was. Sheer lockdown. And Yamal is an amazing player, so I'm not really going to criticize him too tough. But You know, he got handled by Cucurella and Estevao. What a player he is. What a player he is. Excitement, entertainment, quality, dribbling, link up play, and he's added an end product. He's only the second teenager in Champions League history after Kylian Mbappe to score in his first 3 Champions League starts. Incredible. The sky's the limit for him. Like nerves of steel. Chelsea fans was hyping up when they signed him. I can see why. He's quality. Absolutely quality. But as for Barcelona though, Hansi Flick approached this game all wrong. Granted, Rafinha was on the bench, Rashford was on the bench, Pedri was out, but you can't. His style of football was high risk, high rewards, but it doesn't look like the players has what it takes to play that high line right now, especially in the Champions League. Because you look at PSG when PSG was missing all their players, like PSG was timing their runs very well, even without their hitters. Club Bruges, that was the biggest alarm bells because their quality in attack is nowhere near the level of other oppositions in Europe, and they terrorized in the high line. And now Chelsea. It is a common theme. It's a common theme. It worked perfectly last. It worked very well last season. Granted, that Inter Milan games when it went tits up, but throughout the season it worked like tremendously. This season, I don't know what's going on. And this is what I keep saying. If you don't put pressure on the ball, if you don't press from the front, your high line could get exposed. And the difference is Barcelona is not pressing the way that they were pressing last season. It is a common theme. You understand? And you could put it down to Rafinha not being there most of the time because he has been injured in games. And he was on the bench today. So, yes, last night. So, you could put it down to Rafinha. But I just feel like as a collective, they should be pressing a lot more. A lot more they should be pressing in last night's game as well. Arejo, I don't know how he's Barcelona captain. It's a travesty that he's Barcelona captain because he's such a bozo. Big games, he crumbles. Absolutely crumbles. And people will say he hasn't been the same since that injury, but it's just mentally, like, from a mental point of view, you have to be smart as a defender. You have to be smart as a defender. You have to be disciplined as a defender. You have to be wary of your surroundings. And Arejo, he's so clumsy. PSG 23-24, Inter Milan 24-25, now Chelsea 25-26. Common denominator. Absolute bum. Bum as a captain. But yeah, Barcelona, they found out how to progress through the midfield. Defensively, they was all over the place. Going forward, they only had 2 shots on target. Let me go through the stats. 2 shots on target for Barcelona. A side that scored in 54 consecutive matches, all competitions beforehand. Chelsea defensively locked him. They defended as a team. Look at the stats: 3 big chances, 15 total shots to 5-2 XG in Chelsea's favour. Look, Barca. It was a game to forget. It was a game to forget. Let's be real. It was definitely a game to forget. Obviously, the player ratings don't say too much because you have to watch the game as well. But obviously, yeah, the defense definitely performed. Chalobah, Fofana, shout you out, man. You put in a very good, disciplined defensive performance. Sanchez barely had things to do. Lewandowski, not anonymous. I forgot he even played. Lopez, he wasn't really in the game. Ferran Torres, dreadful miss. Eric Garcia didn't have the best of games. Balde didn't have the best of games. Fab, it was sheer domination from Chelsea. Sheer domination. And in the Premier League, they've been keeping clean sheets in the last 3 games. And they're keeping clean sheets against Barcelona. So you definitely have to give them a lot of credit. What does Maresca have cooking? What is Maresca cooking at Chelsea? We'll find out against Arsenal Sunday because that's going to be a cracker. Rice versus Caicedo. Listen, Rice has been having the upper hand in terms of matchups between Chelsea and Arsenal, but we'll see how that turns out because boy oh boy, that's going to be some game. And with Cole Palmer coming back as well, it's only going to help Chelsea. And Chelsea are smacking up teams without Cole Palmer. That says a lot. They're not a Cole Palmer. They're not Cole Palmer FC. They are Chelsea FC now. So yeah, man, shout out Chelsea for that win. Barcelona looking a bit peak still, and La Liga's been getting has been getting quite a hiding from the Premier League oppositions, but that's a combo for another day, possibly tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Thank you guys for watching. Leave down in the comments below what you thought of the game. Why was Barcelona so poor? how the Chelsea players performed. Who was the standout player? Let me know down in the comments below. And until then, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. 300 subscribers. Let's keep pushing, man. Let's keep pushing for that. We move.